This is Brad Hamblen with Cardinal Financial. You're watching the right video if you're getting ready to go to the closing table and you're unsure of what's about to happen. So it's closing time and you're headed to the closing and you got a package of 120 pages that's this thick that you have to sign at closing. What does all this mean? Are you nervous? Are you anxious about it? Well, really there's 4 important documents that you're going to sign at closing, and we're going to go over those 4 documents and talk about the significance of each one of those documents so you know what to expect, so when you get to the closing table you feel comfortable and confident what you're signing. So the first document that you're going to come across in the closing package is typically the closing disclosure. This document summarizes all the terms of the loan. It goes over the amount you're borrowing, the interest rate, the monthly payment, the cash that you need at closing, and then it also shows the breakdown of all the costs associated with the closing, setting up your escrow account, and everything that's associated with the transaction. Now, signing that just goes over the summary of the transaction. Now, the second important document that you're going to come across is going to be the note. Now, the note is 3 pages long typically, and it's going to go over the loan amount, the interest rate, the loan payment, and when the first loan payment is due and when the last loan payment is due. So if it's a 30-year note, it's going to go over, hey, it's 30 years long. The other thing that's important to know is that typically the first payment is due the following first of the month. So for an example, if you're closing in October, then your first payment's not going to be due until not November, it's actually December. So December 1st is when the first payment's due if you close in October. If you close in November, the first payment's going to be January 1st. The other thing that's significant about the note, when you sign that, you're promising to pay back the loan at the terms of the loan on that document. So that's what signifies and says, I'm promising to pay back the loan at these terms. Now, the next important document is going to be the mortgage. Now, the mortgage is 17 pages long. It's written by the legal department. And in the 17 pages, what you're doing is you're pledging the property as the collateral for the loan, and it lists out all the things you can't do with the property. You can't store hazardous waste there. You can't dig for gold. You can't start a junkyard on the property. You're agreeing to maintain the property. Basically, because it's the collateral for the loan, you're agreeing not to destroy it. Now, the last document that you're going to sign that's important in the package is going to be the deed. And they can put these documents in any specific order, and there's going to be documents that are in between them too. But the main thing that's important about the deed is what transfers ownership from the current owner to you. And sometimes it's called a title, sometimes it's called a deed. It all depends on what state you're in, what they actually call it. Now, in between all those documents and after those documents, there's going to be all kinds of compliance documents that you're going to sign. And a lot of them you've seen before that you've gone through the loan process, like you'll sign final loan applications. There'll be several disclosures that are very, very much the same of what you signed before, except they may be the final document of that. And there will be stuff that's new, like escrow distributions and things that you haven't seen because they haven't become relevant until that particular time. So with that, those are the main 4 documents. It's the closing disclosure, the note, the mortgage, and the deed. And to say it real quickly, the summary of the loan, the amount you're borrowing, and the terms you're paying it back. You're pledging the property as the collateral with the mortgage, and the deed is what transfers ownership. So that kind of sums up everything about the closing and what the significant documents are. If you have any questions about the process or want to have more information of other things that will go on at the closing, please email us or call us, and we'd be glad to help you out. Have a great day.